Libra, welcome to your in-depth reading for yours and theirs. Just so we're on the same page, let's go over the ground rules. So yours and theirs is just a reading type that involves yourself and someone else. Therefore, your person does not have to be a significant other, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, lover type situation. It's whoever fits that dynamic as I'm describing it. So do keep in mind it could be about a family member, friend, coworker. So take what resonates, leave it does not. Reverse those energies as you see fit. More so with yours and theirs, as energy exchange and interchange is real, rapid, and fluid. But yes, of course, it can be about a romantic person or a person of interest in that way. Yeah? What's going on, please? Show me Libra in their person. 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 What's going on, please, for Libra? Okay. I'm going to start with your side of the board, but as I just said, reverse those energies as you see fit. What's going on? Ace of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Six of Wands. I like that. I get that. That's a great energy. That's a great feeling. It suggests things are falling into place and you feel good about it. Ace of Pentacles, whether you know it or not, whether you've been working towards that ace or not, I don't know, but it's showing up. And Four of Swords, I see resting on it, so that probably means it's a planned Ace of Pentacles, but we'll see. Either way, take your time with it. You don't seem to be in a rush. Six of Wands. Overall, you seem to be doing well. You have levels of steady, consistent, happy, enthusiastic energy, coupled up with I also know when it's time to rest and take care of myself and to be quiet. So you're either working on the Ace of Pentacles, is coming towards you. I don't know, but your overall energy says it's relaxed and it knows when to feel good and confident, when to move, when to be silent, when to be active, when to be still. I love that. It's great. Okay. That may or may not represent something in love. I have no idea. We'll take a look. The Hanged Man, the Empress, the Knight of Swords. Okay. Let's pause. Someone of importance with the Empress here. One of your power cards. You actually share this with Taurus, as you are both ruled by Venus. So that may or may not mean anything to you. In the Knights of Swords, you know, after some reflection, this person of importance, productivity, love, generosity, something like that. Knight of Swords is coming towards you. Action, communication, I don't know. Perhaps they are delivering the ace. I could not say. I do not know. Let's keep going. All right. Yeah, okay. Death, the Fool, the Hierophant. Whoa, major, major, major. That's quite a bit. That's quite a bit on the old shared energy line. It's a lot. It's like, woo, look at that. Woo. You ever had like, let's say you're doing something critical, like driving, and light just flashes into your eyes. You're like, like that, and you're driving, so you can't just be like, close my eyes. No, it's kind of like that. So that energy is like that. It's flashing in my eyes. It's kind of bright. Okay. Death, the Fool, the Hierophant. Well, we're going to need to clarify. Location. Oh my God. Over your Two of Cups. Sure, why not? That's the idea of emotional harmony between yourself and someone else. What those cups look like, it just depends upon clarification, because you can have a Two of Cups with anybody. Your friend down the street. Someone you've known all your life. An actual significant other. I don't know. Let's talk about it. The idea is emotional harmony. This is between you and I. This is my cup, this is your cup, and this is how you and I exchange. It's between us, in other words. So how you harmonize with someone else versus someone else, those are two different Two of Cups. Make sense? So let's start right there. Well, you look so chill. You look so relaxed. You're like, thank you. I feel good. I have good days. Let's see that Two of Cups, please. What's going on? Show me that Two of Cups. Show me that Two of Cups. I can't wait to get over here. Hopefully... opening up, and then the Hierophant shows up. Like, what even the heck is going on? So, let's just break this down one card at a time. Let's see that Two of Cups. I have ideas. But given that they're all majors, it's best to wait. Best to wait on clarification for that. Two of Cups. Show me that Two of Cups. Show me that Two of Cups. Show me that Two of Cups. It may not be shared. This could be one of you in some respective way. Ooh, Two of Cups. Well, it's not boring, I'll tell you that. Let's take a look. The Sun, Devil, Five of Pentacles. Man, we wanted this so bad. It hurt. I know. And it did. The more you wanted it, the more it seemed to hurt. You know, because you could feel the sun with it. The sun touches everything. So the idea here, bare minimum, is warmth, happiness. There's a sense of warmth and happiness at some way, emotionally, connected you and someone else. And just the basis of that alone felt really good, right? When you just connect with somebody in a way that feels warm and inviting. And there's this idea here that it was shared, but perhaps not. Devil, Five of Pentacles. We wanted this so much. Okay. Too much. It started to feel bad. Something started to show up as a pattern. We would get really close to the sun, and then we would have to break from it. And it became an impending feeling, right? The weight, the fear was going to become more and more realized that abandonment was likely going to be the whole kit and caboodle to this thing. As much as we desired to share warmth and reciprocity with somebody via good feeling, love, emotion, you name it. What grew up alongside that feeling, that need to share, was this kind of impending feeling of doom. Because it seemed like you could access so much before it would break. And then it became patternized with the devil there, patternized fear of break, that this is ultimately never going to connect or serve a purpose until one day it did fully disconnect. So we have a way of fearing has a tendency to come true. The more so it's left unresolved, and then the thing proves itself or manifests itself to be true in reality. So that means the fear was accurate this whole time, but we didn't want it to be. You wanted to lean more into the side of the good feelings and the love, but then that sneaking suspicion kept growing and got stronger and stronger that ultimately this whole thing was going to have to be abandoned. We didn't want that. So you created a pattern within the thing before the pattern was fully realized. That's a lot. That's a lot to be getting on with. That's a lot to deal with. It's something that, obviously it's in your overview. So I know that this is still a matter of spiritual and emotional importance to you. I see that. Where you are with this to this day, I don't know, but I know it bothers you quite a bit. It's like the more I tried to reach for the warmth and happiness of this, the more it became clear that I was going to have to let it go. Or my greatest fear is realized I'm going to have to give up on this project, abandon it. You know. So you probably spent a lot of time trying to connect to happiness, and all it did was reinforce the inevitable, right? Okay. Like I can prove the point of this feeling. I can. Let's see that Ace of Pentacles. What that has all led up to and how it affects you in present day. Let's take a look. Let's see that Ace of Pentacles. I currently have no reason to believe that this is ongoing. I think this is something that affected you greatly on your timeline. Eight of Wands, Two of Wands. Yeah, Temperance, because you're showing me very different decision-making, completely different levels of optimism, enthusiasm. So this is something that's happened, but it's still with you in some way. Not because you haven't been working through it, not because you've been healing it. It's just imperative to the story, otherwise it wouldn't be here. Okay? Because in present day, let's catch you up to where you actually are in 3D. You're talking. You're making decisions. You're showing me temperance. Sound, solid decision-making and communication based on good feeling of temperance and being compassionate and loving and having addressed difficult emotions. You're saying, this is nothing, it's second nature to you. What you do and how you talk and you deliver your decisions and your communication suggests that you're good at healing, and perhaps you extend that outside of you. In other words, you help other people. Ace of Pentacles, this could be work-related. Some of you, this is your profession. You professionally communicate healing and decision-making to others, and it helps you with your own. It's a positive reinforcement here. You're good at what you do, and it gives back to you. Your skills and the best ways are being given back to you. So it's fulfilling. You know? And it's so different than what you opened up with, which is very much not like you. You know? You're really good at this. You're really good at it. Your decisions and your communication are reinforced every day. That you're doing well and that you're helping other people. That temperance goes beyond you. You communicate your skills to others. It's on the skill, the Ace of Pentacles, so that's a pre-existing ace then. Okay. Let's see that Four of Swords. Show me that Four of Swords. Let's see that Four of Swords. Show me that Four of Swords. Knowing when to rest, when to relax, when to take care of yourself, when to be quiet, when to meditate, when to pray. All that's Four of Swords. Four of Wands. Knight of Cups, Three of Wands. Heads up, something's coming towards you. Because you're resting, you're being quiet. Something's coming towards you, but the timing has to be right. I don't typically see stuff like this, guys. I'm not one of those shock tarot readers where it's like, oh my God, you never believe, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I don't do that crap. So something's coming towards you in due course. It does look soft, vulnerable, and it seems to be during one of your rest periods or when you're being quiet. Okay. Four of Wands, Knight of Cups, Three of Wands. I am saying that as an outside energy coming towards you. It's a matter of time, but it hasn't come through yet. I don't know who or what it is. But it suggests that it's coming toward you in a vulnerable state, Knight of Cups. So the Knights are responsible for delivering our stuff outside of us, thoughts, actions, behaviors, whatever. Okay. So I could have easily assigned this to you and you expressing yourself to someone in a relationship context and time. And I could still default to that. That's still very much a possibility. It's just when I see it as being external, I tell people, I feel like it's coming towards you. Because for all I can tell, not only are you happily preoccupied and very good at what you do, okay, you're at rest when this comes. And the waiting element is attached to that night. So it's coming through. It's just a matter of time. You're showing me a period of rest. I'm very curious. It doesn't look malicious. It looks soft. It looks vulnerable. You know? Could be romantic. But it is coming from that context of Four of Wands, some sort of relationship here. Someone's trying to express themselves via the relationship or connection, but it's over a distance or a period of time with the Three of Wands. I just don't think it's arrived yet, but it's on its way. All right, let's see that Six of Wands, please. What it represents is there. Who it's coming from, I don't know. I don't know who the messenger is. Okay, let's see that Six of Wands. But it's lovely. I do like the way the Knight of Cups is depicted in this deck. I think it's a little bit more appropriate to his meaning. In order to be strong, you have to be soft. That's something I agree with. People have no idea how much power there is in vulnerability. They see it as weakness, unfortunately. And that's how we end up creating a lot of problems in society. Let's see that Six of Wands. The Six of Pentacles. The World, the Six of Cups. 666. In tarot and in life, 666, guys, let's get out of that childhood bullshit. It's the suggestion of even balance. Okay? Something that your sign is famously known for. Balance, balance, balance. Okay, that's the real interpretation of 666. It's divine balance. Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands. The World, you could do. You could do. Okay, you could do. It's the possibility of re-entering a cycle under the provision that it's balanced. That is neither closing nor opening, it's re-entry. Soul bond, all that stuff. We know this person. 100%. There is a confidence between you two about your balancer that you've always have the ability to balance. And it does seem to represent reopening a cycle. It looks in no way negative. It's lovely. And like I said, it's balanced across the board. And one that, I have to be honest with you, says it makes you feel good. The idea of it makes you feel good. Energetically, that's how you react to it. It makes you feel good. So I do not know who that is, except when they arrive, you will. You know who it is. They do come in bearing in the interest of the Four of Wands. Something to do with relationship energy, and it's coming from a very soft place. It does take a minute to arrive. You're in a good place. I don't see a negative response from you. But you do recognize both of it as a beginning and an ending. In other words, it's a re-entry. In soul bonds, this is normal. It is so normal, it's not even funny. You would think that soul bonds stay in our life forever. No, they're the ones that are most likely to cycle in and out because they have the most important deliveries or speeches from the universe. But we're human beings. You know, it's kind of coded into us. It's not like we walking around knowing that about ourselves or each other. But soul bonds have that tendency to see the world over them all the time. It just represents a new phase in connectivity. And who knows why? Maybe it's just time to get back together again for one reason or another. And again, it doesn't have to be romantic, except it kind of is, though. I tell you, Knight of Cups and the Four of Wands. I mean, you know, you'd have to be pretty new on the job to get that one wrong. So, you seem to be reacting to this positively. You're in a good place. You opened up with it immediately, so that's a renewed ace. I was wondering what that was. It's one that you worked hard for, but you communicate well, you make good decisions, and it's all coming from a place of temperance and experience. You know, you look good because you are good. You know when to rest, and it's when you're in the rest period that this comes forward. Okay, let's jump on over to this person. Oh, I know that we are not done with that. I know. They'll point me back to that in a minute. All right, let's see that Hanged Man. Show me the Hanged Man. Show me the Hanged Man. Okay, gotta speed it up. All right. Show me that Hanged Man. Show me that Hanged Man. Show me the Hanged Man. Oh, Libra. Tell you what. I'm going to do one of my first extras. Finally, stuff I've been meaning to get around to forever, Dear Sassy, etc. And I know what the first one's going to be, and it's going to be about the decks I use. I'm excited because, in my fashion, I'm going to have to present it from the point of view of humor. I'm excited. Yay, I'm excited. I'll be doing that one soon. I'm going over all my favorite decks, and that's going to be the whole thing. But that's where the humor is. All right, Tower, the Chariot, Eight of Pentacles. Whoa! Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So somebody kind of, the almost literal is somebody, if you've ever had to pump the brakes real fast on your car, and if you've ever been in that position where it's like, I know where I'm going, and then you slam the brakes and you're like, no, I don't. No, I do not. No, I do not know where I'm going. I do not. I said I'd go west. I don't want to go west. I want to go east. Guess where east is? You. So, this is what stopping dead in your tracks and changing position looks like. Hanged Man after a time of period and reflection. Hence, another reason why I was concluding over here about that delay is coming towards you, just not yet. There's the wait time, but it's attached to that person who's bringing forward that Knight of Cups. Here's the delay, the Hanged Man. We had to know we were changing direction. Make sense? Okay. You're not, let me make this clear. The Libra I'm looking at, you're not waiting. You're not pining. You're not sitting there waiting by your phone with your tongue hanging out like a dog. You have a life. You're doing stuff. You look great. You look healthy. You're active. You're proactive. Okay? You're doing beautiful things for yourself, and as far as I can tell, other people. So no, you're not waiting on this. The wait that I'm seeing for you is an approximation to the direction towards you. So in other words, it's not your wait. It's somebody else experiencing this. That's where the delay is coming from. Tower, I thought I was moving and headed in this particular direction. I was going west and now I'm going east. That's a radical change of direction, but it hadn't stopped, not fully. It's just turning back around. Oh boy. I'm going to work through this now. Change of heart, literally. The Chariot, our swiftest vehicle. and feeling and sense of self, motivation. And the work we put into that direction stopped dead in its track. Realized that's not the direction I want to move in. Okay. Three of Pentacles, King of Swords, Queen of Cups. This person's determined. Determined. I tell you what. I tell you what. No, this person's absolutely determined from a place of love, though. Not just the mind, but from a place of love. Work with me. Please. It is being put forward to you. It's not obtrusive. It's coming across as, if not friendship, then can we work on the basics? Can we find common ground? Can we rebuild? I've been saying this for a lot of folks recently. I don't know why spring is provoking so much of this, but it is. I've been seeing offers of continuation. Let's rebuild. Let's address the issues. Let's start here. For a lot of folks, yours is a little different because it involves some very strong or potentially strong feeling that was equally pushed against, and that was our fear. To feel all this and not really be able to experience it with someone else. That fear was there. And it got to the point of being unbearable, and it's something that you reflect on. And there's the Empress, King of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. I'm determined to work on this with you. Bare minimum, work on this with you from a place of love. Yeah. Well, I know what they told themselves. I'm not going to work on this. I'm not going to move in that direction. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I give that up. I'm not going to move in. I'm going to put my work over. God dang it. And then they just stop and turn back around and they say, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Okay. Well, I'll say this. You know, that same adamant feeling of they have to move in west and turns around, they go back to east. They mean it. They mean it. It's like that tower's like a god dang it moment. The sudden realization that the way we were moving is not where we wanted to move. Okay. It's like I give up. I relent. I want to go back east. Okay, let's see that Knight of Swords. 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 It's almost like they're saying, you got me. Okay, you got me. And it's not bitter like that. It's not resentful, but it's like, God dang it, I said I wasn't going to do this. So it's kind of like you want to project outwards onto the other person. You got me. Okay, you got me. Okay? I was going over here, and now I'm going back over there. You got me. But it's not angry like that. It's not, but it's like, it's more with themselves. It's that tower, the way it hits. That Chariot and Eight of Pentacles suggests they had a certain direction that they were moving in. It turns out the more they moved in that direction, the more they didn't want it. They leave this behind. They weren't going to put work into it. And then it turns out that's not what they wanted to do at all. They want to put something of themselves into this, even if it's genuine love of the friendship. Okay. They're saying, I'll do that too. I'll work with that. I don't quite know. Because you're right there at the heart of the reading. Knight of Swords, some of that Knight of Swords, some of that Knight of Swords. Like I wasn't... Six of Cups. There it is for the both of you. You're matching. Judgment. Decision. Knight of Pentacles. That's what I'm saying. The delay on this person is real, but it's like it's like they resist the calling, right? If they said yes to the calling, they could have turned themselves back around a long time ago. I don't know how long it's been, but they keep showing me delay over action. So they've talked themselves into moving forward to you, and then they pull themselves back. But this time, for some reason, when they're most determined to move on from whatever this is with you, that's when they feel pulled or compelled back the hardest. And that tells them something. That tells them something. They're getting hit with red light after red light about red light. So that tells them this is not, them moving towards the west is not where they're supposed to be. And there's something about that they finally caught on to. It's like, I'm supposed to turn back around east and try to work on this at least once or put the proposition forward something. And it's like the admission to themselves is irritating. It's like, I said I wasn't going to do this. But it's the only way to get it out of my head and out of my spirit, something like that. Because now we have them taking action towards the Six of Cups. Again, it's here for the both of you. Judgment call, so it is a legit comeback call. Second chance, that kind of thing, resurrection. So I told you that world here is a re-entry. Guys, I don't just sit around making this shit up. I mean, your story is being verified by their story. I see things happening towards you as they make clearer decisions for themselves in context to you. Make sense? It took a minute, you know? But again, I got to emphasize the Libra I'm looking at, you're not waiting. But when it shows up, you don't seem to be surprised either. It's more of this happy sense of, yeah, I felt that too. Because you seem to be lining up. The more they make decisions to go east towards you, the more your two energies line up in a way that suggests you share similar frequency, the soul bond, the whole thing. That you're both compatible to the reentry time frame. So it looks good. It looks good. So I say all the time, when people make up their mind, the pathway starts to become clearer and clearer. And the more they made up their mind, their pathway points back to you. We have a heavy sense of soul bond here, but the proposition at the 3D level is, can we at least cooperate? Because I mean this from my heart and I mean it from my mind towards you, Libra. So you're at the heart of the reading here from their point of view. Someone who is high value, highly productive, highly sought after, I don't know, any of those things, all of those things. Loving, beautiful, generous, any of those things. The Empress has all those notes attached to her. But above all, empowerment. So, you know, they have some good qualities on them as well. For the most part, they had to know that they wanted to go back east. Okay. Now, here's the meat and potatoes right here. This is what we were... Okay, there's the meat and potatoes. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, for some of you, I know I saw a single standing card there. Yeah, I'm sure there's a history. Yeah. All right, let's check in with Death here, please. Let's check in with Death, please. Anyone who is not used to tarot, that's got to be the weirdest sentence. Let's check in with Death. What's Death doing? How's Death going? Sounds weird, right? I'm so used to it. Let's check in with Death. What's going on? I feel somebody's agitation. What's that agitation? What is that? What is that? See, you can't get comfortable. What is that? Somebody's irritated, agitated. What is that? Stand up, walk around, shake it off. I don't know. Magician. 7 of Swords. The plot thickens, eh? Okay. The Magician, 7 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Even though despite that there was some sort of ending her, it was really in a transformative state. Somebody was so busy denying that they were still manifesting this that they probably convinced themselves that the ending here was permanent. Well, that's a tale as old as time, isn't it? That's somebody. That comes down to one person, not necessarily a shared state, but at least one person here has that responsibility. Well, it's over. So there's nothing to manifest, Christina. Yeah, that's right. That's totally how it works. No, I mean, has something ever been over and you still wanted it? There you go. Whether or not it comes through, well, that comes down to understanding what you want. It's not enough to want or suppress your want and act like it's not there. It doesn't matter. Once you know, and you can either choose to deny it or not act on it, or you can embrace it for what it is. Okay? Like this person did, and that way it kind of gets out of their system, if you will, because they're finally honoring what it is that they've been wanting to do this whole time. No more red lights from the universe, right? Now you get a green light. And it is lining up well. Okay. But yeah, so Death, one of the reasons... Okay, so what I'm saying here, back to the point, one of the reasons why I'm saying the delayed effect is because someone spent a lot of time convincing themselves that this was over, so there was no point in manifesting it. Got it. So that was what caused the delay here. When you have that kind of energy, you know what? It's over. It's over. And I'm not manifesting it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want to fix it. I don't want to work through it. It's not what's good for me. Why would I do that? It's stupid. That's going to delay everything. So hence all the red lights and trying to move on. Okay. So I think I know who that belongs to. I'm pretty sure. Let's see that Fool. Show me the Fool. Show me the Fool. Show me the Fool. Guys, I'm not saying the devil here and that this love or whatever this is bad. I'm saying it as the fear, very strong fear of inevitable abandonment. The more you tried to make the sun and the feelings with this person fit, the more it became apparent between at least one of you that it was going to have to be, and it was somebody's worst fear. The more I try to get the love and the warmth in this, it just becomes more evident that it's not going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and default to that being you. Okay. I think the more you tried to make the warmth fit and the feelings fit because they're there, but for some reason they weren't syncing up, it became just more and more of a fearful thing. I'm going to have to abandon this. So no, the devil's not always toxic, guys. It's usually that I've been through this before and I've developed fear around it. It's the voices whispering to me of all the worst things. So we patternized it with this person, practicing abandonment, trying to leave it behind on more than one occasion to prepare ourselves for the inevitable ending, with quotation marks, ending. You know. I'm guessing in this connection you tried to leave it behind more than once and it became a pattern until you finally did it. Okay. Let's see that Fool. King of Pentacles, the Tower. There it is. There they are. Okay. Who was I just telling this to? I said more often than not when I see the Tower and the resistance of it, it's almost always coupled up with the Nine of Wands. I saw somebody resist the truth in that reading, but this one's a classic Tower representation of here's the illusions, here's the delusions that we tell ourselves over time to justify this, that, and the other, but they're not the beliefs that we should be incorporating or adopting. And when somebody put a lot of investment into that Tower, we will spend a lot of time defending it from keeping it from falling down. In other words, allowing ourselves to realize the truth. What did we see back here? This person put a lot of time in denying themselves that change of heart, resisting it. It's over. That event is very common. I'm not trying to mock them. It's so common. I've seen it. I think we've all lived it to some extent. Here's what they actually want to do is open up, practically speaking. This is who they really are. And then this is the bullshit we tell ourselves to keep ourselves from doing what we naturally feel inclined. Why? Because pride gets in the way. What we told ourselves, the Tower, the nonsense that gets built up over time, pride, ego gets involved. I don't want to second anything. Fuck, such good chances. I'm not doing that. I've said I'm going west. And we got hit with those red lights. Is that what you really want to do? Yes. Here's another red light. Is that what you really want to do? Yes. And then the more we invest in those towers, the pressure gets bigger and bigger, the more we ignore the obvious. And that's what happened here. It's really, I don't know ways to say it. It's really common. I see this stuff all the time. There's what we feel, and then there's what our mind tells us, and then ego and all this other crap. And it's like, the truth is, they can't stop thinking about you and feeling compelled to go back in your direction with a sincere interest from a part in space that's real in me that I feel I would like to put something of myself into this. Okay? I spent a lot of time denying it. Guess what? That didn't work out. Now, you know, it's a very human process, but the point is that at some point they hit the threshold for their spiritual lesson. And I'm actually quite proud of them. I see a lot of mess where people don't learn and they refuse to. You know? Gemini's is a very prominent example of that, except it was their person. I was like, Gemini, get out. Gemini, get out. Gemini, get out. Let's see that Hierophant, please. Show me that Hierophant. Show me that Hierophant. Show me that Hierophant. Show me that Hierophant, please. Show me Hierophant. So yeah, I'm very proud of people when they learn their lessons and they stop resisting. And it's one reason or another, guys. There's so many, especially if you have a premise of an ending, you know, and you're like, there's no point in manifesting it. It's stupid. That's stupid. That's stupid. That's stupid. This person has a strong practical streak. They have some beautiful components. They probably don't see it that way, but they do. 7 of Cups. 8 of Wands. There it is. 5 of Pentacles. There's the open line of communication. 5 of Pentacles about the break. 7 of Cups. Can we talk about it? The idea. So the Hierophant is standing by this particular decision to engage in this communication. I'm actually interpreting that as you. Since the communication skills and the ability to work through difficult feelings and emotions that you actually give to other people in terms of a practical skill base, I'm attaching that to you. You are committed to speaking to this at your highest self. And kind of sifting through the broken pieces. After that, I don't know. I just see you committed to the conversation. And talking about difficult feelings. Okay, but you're doing it from your authorized self. So in other words, you're trying to keep it above board. Keeping it very official. Okay. Okay. But when you two are in each other's proximity, you're quite relaxed. In the real world, the conversation looks very official and, again, a higher form of yourself that you've committed to. I'm speaking through experience and generosity and a commitment to this. But here we have, between you two, a wealth of memories and activities. And you personally feel good to step into this, the reentry, and so do they. But how you actually greet it in the 3D is very official. And very much, I got this. You know, I have difficult conversations with people all the time. Except this one's personally involves you. After this, I don't know. I just feel like you two seem to be a lot more relaxed. That's enough. That's enough to work with. There's that 5 of Pentacles. It's getting addressed. So it converted from a negative feeling with Devil to the Hierophant, which is much more positive. So I know you are having a good discussion with this person and resolving past differences. That's all I can say for now. I'm not seeing anything projected further out, except for, again, your two souls seem to be a lot more at peace with each other. Okay? A lot more harmonized. Okay? Games. What about us was real? Yeah. Yeah. Right there. Remember that back and forth pull? I said there are times when you really could feel the conviction of emotional harmony, being on the same page with this person, that it felt warm. But then you had a lot of feeling that developed into a pattern of, I'm trying to break from this because I know it's inevitable. I know it's inevitable. Because this wouldn't fully extend itself like a blanket. It wouldn't cover the both of you at the same time. So we feared we'd have to abandon it. That fear became out of control. Probably had a couple of practice sessions with this person trying to separate from them until one day it finally stuck. There was this sense of games, right? Does this mean anything to you at all? Or is this just bullshit? Are we playing a game here, right? Because there is this sense of real workable love that I have for you, for this situation. I want to put something down. I want to put something down. I tried to talk myself out of it, tried to leave it behind. I tried to convince myself that the ending is permanent. That way I didn't have to do anything or feel obligated to do anything, right? That's what that is, more or less, roughly speaking. Like, if I just kept telling myself that the ending was permanent, I wouldn't have this intense feeling to do something. So we can use that ending as an excuse to not stand up for ourselves or do what we think is right to correct the situation. People use endings all the time to justify that. It's kind of a cheap opt-out, but it's also a common opt-out. I mean, if it stands to reason, it's over, but we still have this annoying feeling that we should do something, we can just say, but it's over though, so I'm done. No, that's going to be a major question though. In between all this, was this just a game to you? That's part of what this is, but it's coming across as a very official communication though. It was all just a game. Was it a cheap thrill? Something like that. It's like, no, I just didn't know what to do, and I spent a lot of time convincing myself there was nothing I could do. Something like that, you know? Because the idea here is, why are you catching up to this now? Unchain my heart. Unchain my heart. I still feel stuck in this and want to free myself. Yeah, so the best way to get over these red lights is to turn around and do the opposite. When you get that many red lights from the universe, they're telling you to stop and change direction. Unchain my heart, so Unchained Melody. Which version do you prefer? There's been so many versions of it. So many. I prefer the original Unchained Melody, of course. It's a very powerful song. There's the one you two did. Elvis did one. I mean, everybody did a version of Unchained Melody. So which one's your version? Which one's your flavor? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough. Okay. Yep, that's too much. We don't... Okay, fine. Okay. Let your friends help you. Okay. Retreat. Yeah, right here. You are in a retreat, right there. You're in a state of rest, worth waiting for. Like I said, you're not waiting for them. There's just a wait element attached to them. You had no idea that they were going to come back around or change direction. You had no clue. But again, it's not so unexpected that it surprises you. You harmonize with them spiritually and emotionally almost immediately because your souls recognize each other. Anyway, all that. Okay, Libra, that's enough. I went over with yours like I always freaking do. Jeez Louise. I did enjoy it, though. I wonder what happens after that conversation. Bare minimum, hopefully you two understand each other better. Okay? Whether or not it's sustainable friendship or if there's something to build upon, I don't know. Yeah, find that out in time. I do hope this helped you. Put in your comments. Take care. Be well.